welcome back to a special edition Devil's Details Diecast build Batmobile challenge. This challenge was put out by me to the community to reimagine the Batmobile as how they would like to see it. So I instantly thought about this Vampira from Hot Wheels because, yes, kind of looks like a bat because it's named after a vampire. And being that it's the Batmobile, I figured it had to work for it. This is a Pontiac Banshee. I just like the cockpit styling of it. I think that fits right into Batman's style. So we're going to merge them together. So stick around for what should be a fun build. And big shout out to everybody who's joined. Their links are in the description below. And I will also throw up a list at the end of this video. So stick around and we'll see what kind of madness we can produce. Alright, so here we have the Banshee out of the stripper and shined up. And the Vampire, gonna take the jeweler saw here and attempt to cut these wings out as straight as possible. Shouldn't be too hard, knock on wood. Again, I'm running into the issue like I did on the Jeepster Gaslands build, where this canopy basically and the interior basically make up the whole top of this car, so not too big of a deal since Batman's always under a canopy. So what I'll do is just paint this probably black and then tape it off and do an accent color, maybe a gray or a blue on this red piece here. I thought about trying to get the red piece off, which it does come off, but not sure how that would look underneath, so I may still investigate that and see maybe if I can just get some black styling in the recesses that I'm sure this will leave once I take the red off. But I kind of like the red. I kind of think it plays into the styling, so we'll have to see. So I'm gonna cut these wings off, see if I can fit them in a decent spot on here, and we'll catch back up then. Right, so this looks totally funny right now because of the difference in color and the cartooniness kind of the wings. But bear in mind, of course, this is all going to be painted and detailed. I am going to fill in all these gaps with some Milliput, just get more of a seamless look. I don't mind a little bit of campiness. I mean, it is a guy who's called Batman, and as cool as he is, you know, he's a Batman. So, so that's where I'm going with this. Of course, that's not going to be purple. It'll be all black or whatever. Still trying to maybe try to work the head in somewhere. It's a little oversized, I think, for this build. I was hoping it would kind of fit nicely in this little spot here, but yeah, I don't think we're going to use the bat head. Still want him to be a little bit cool. I also may add if I can find something good. If I can find something good, I'm going to add a turbine maybe to the back, or some type of engine to the back. I do like the Michael Keaton Batmobile probably the best. So I like the big wings in the back and the turbine and all that good stuff. But also the front kind of looks, you know, cool, and it still has nice lines. So got some stuff drying over here. I did the canopy trim in a graphite gray. Just got the first coat on it now, so you'll still see some red bleeding through, but it's going to be a graphite gray. It came off very easily. The base just regular black. And then I got a gloss black on the canopy. Little tip, make sure you always paint the inside of the canopy so the outside still retains the plasticky, gloss of it all. So that's where we're at so far. Interior is staying the same. They'll just get a coat of gloss paint. I think this is probably the first 4-seater Batmobile that we've seen, but you're not going to see the interior anyway. Only part of the interior you see is this part that comes out of the top that sits right here. Haven't picked out wheels for this yet either, so I'm going to go through the parts box today and see if we can come up with some cool wheels. So stick around, still building. I'd say this is starting to look like a Batmobile. Get that graphite gray accents there. I cleaned up and painted inside the cockpit as you saw earlier, but still kind of rough on the outside, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll give that a sand and then dip it again. It looks okay. Milliput is all dry, so basically got to sand all that nice and smooth, and then probably use some glazing putty to fill in any leftover gaps, or just to make everything a little more seamless. I decided against doing the turbine because I realized that this had 2 dual exhaust ports, so I think that'll look plenty fine. Still waiting on wheels. Not sure where I'm going there. Might just source some actual Batman wheels. So we'll see. Coming along. I will check back in after I get these wings all situated and probably get a primer coat on it. That way there it'll look all cohesive, and we'll see where we're at from there. Stick around. Alright, so I got most of the Milliput sanded down now. Still looks kind of crappy, but got some glazing putty here that we're going to fill in and hopefully smooth out all those imperfections there. And maybe, maybe get a little bit on the front here just to kind of fill in those gaps, a little better transition. Just basically used some of my files here and a dental pick to pick out some of the detail. I still have to do a little bit on this edge, but this wing is fallen off about 3 times now, so I don't really want to put too much pressure on the back. Plus, when I hit it with the glazing putty, hopefully that'll solidify it a little better. But got majority of the Milliput off, and we're going to go from there, and I'll show you what it looks like after. And if you remember, this is what we started with. A Hot Wheels Vampira and a Pontiac Banshee. And here's what we came up with. And here is my rendition of the Batmobile. A little bit campy, a little bit stealth, all black and gray. Big wings in the back, dual exhaust, gray tires, and then the gray canopy with the graphite accents. I'd have to say, if I was a criminal in Gotham, I would not want to see this car coming down the road. This is a fun build. Make sure you check out all the other builds down in the description below. And should have our next big build coming up soon for the summer. And more info on that later. Till then, be well.